Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Babel. Joining me today is Arctic Shadow. We're bringing you the Malaysia National Finals. This is upper bracket game number 2 between FFKG as well as Prospector Hots Malaysia. All right, so I guess you're going to be on FFKG side.
I definitely am because as I mentioned in the previous round, whoever takes the first game is gonna go 2-1. So we're gonna see Prospectors probably take this game first, and then FFKG is
Oh,
gonna win
okay.
it 2-1.
All right, sure. I'm still going to stick by my prediction earlier, 2-1 to Prospector. Hopefully I'm correct. Anyway, we'll see. And this is going to be game 2, so very exciting game 1, of course, very well played by FFKG. They kind of outclassed the competition. Prospector has a lot more to offer, and at the end of the day, it just shows that even though they snatched away Thrall, the Diablo play was what really took them apart, and they need to start addressing the Diablo right now. So what do you think some of their solutions to this problem?
Just banning out the Diablo, I guess, or snatching away the Diablo from the opponents, of course. If you see, looking at the draft as well, I think we're gonna jump straight into it soon.
Okay,
Yep. We don't see the Diablo. Oh, okay. We do see the Diablo now being banned out by
draft.
Team Pros. Yeah. So, yeah, it's gonna be interesting here. We see, I guess maybe a respect ban since they played such a well Diablo in the previous game.
Yeah. Okay. So this is actually the draft from the previous game that I'm
Yeah.
seeing right here. Um, okay, they're getting it ready. All right. So I was actually talking to the producers. They were looking at me in the eyes, like, "Wait, what's going on?" All right. So this is the draft. All right. Diablo getting banned out. ETC. I finally see what you're trying to tell me just now. I
Yeah.
see the picture now. I do. Zagara Tyrael getting banned out. Rhaegar Thrall Feldstad, as well as Jaina Murden Uther Greymane. Okay. So what do you think is the plan here?
Right now on a map like Dragonshire, which is a medium map, I would say, Falstad's a really strong pickup for FFKG here. His mobility and able to picking up those shrines in order for them to get to Dragonshire would be definitely key here. We see Prospectors picking up the Greymane, which was picked up by FFKG, I believe, in the previous game, right? Am I
Yep.
remembering this? Yep, correct. It did quite a lot of damage, cut to the throat and everything. It's just an all-around really strong hero, and we see it being picked up more and more now. In fact, I think when Greymane first came out, it wasn't really considered a top tier hero. Is
No.
this the same for in the EU and the NA scene? Do we see a lot of Greymane?
Yes, a lot more Greymane now.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like ever since they changed up they introduced Leeming, hero, or rather teams were being forced to draft around Leeming a lot more. Previously, it's just basically Tyrande and you have Jaina and Kilthas doing the tier 1 damage dealing job.
Mm-hmm.
After that, they introduced Leeming, and the second place, or rather the second ban team, always has to ban out Leeming instead of Tyrande. That led Tyrande through, and that also led to the discovery that Greymane is a great counter against Tyrande, and that led to the rise of Greymane. But here, I'm actually very much perplexed because this is Dragonshire. It could be rotation centric, which I'm not seeing at Tyrande. And
Mm-hmm.
it's also the other way to play this battleground is to have heroes that can win lanes. Like you want to have Arthurs, you want to have Sylvanas, which I'm also not seeing. So they're in a meta of their own right now. It's good. It's a good thing. I mean, when two teams play against each other so much, they reach a level of just basically picking heroes that they know that the enemy really despise, like the Thrall, and banning out the Diablo. It's targeted bans and picks like this that make the game fun to watch. Now, Greymane, Uther, Muradin, Jaina, and Leeming last picked. What do you make of that last pick, Leeming?
Oh, I like it, man. I've always liked the Leeming ever since it came out. They have two mages on their side, man. So lots of damage, lots of aggressiveness that we can see coming from Team Pros. I'm liking their draft already, hence why I said that it's going to go 2-1. Pros, I think they will be able to take this first game. We only see the Johanna, not a double bruiser or double warrior on Team FFKG here. And with Rhaegar, not the best of healers, but still a pretty strong hero. A Troll able to self-sustain himself. Falstad just for the mobility. Reina, I think Reina's gonna have a horrible time here against Jaina and Leaving, man.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna say this, Arctic Shadow. I wanna see the dream. I wanna see Bloodlust Rhaegar Thrall Rayner.
That is true. That is true.
It's a dream, but I want to see the dream. Would have been a lot more convincing if they had a Tyrande there because at least she can do the healing. But here it seems like Ditto Blalas has actually got a bit of a rework. It cannot be casted in Gosu form
Mhm.
without him actually dismounting, quote unquote. And at the same time, at level 20, Bloodlust gives lifesteal.
Mhm.
So that's really good to have on the side of Thrall and Raynor. The problem here is getting a level 20. In Dragonshire, you are not expecting big 5v5s. You're expecting small little skirmishes, rotations, and I think this is actually one of those games that you can hit level 20
Mhm.
with a higher average play time being above 22 minutes compared to any of the other battlegrounds that the Nexus has to offer. So I'm expecting this to be dragged out a little bit longer. I'm not expecting a 12-minute game. I'm also expecting pros to have the really strong early game lineup, like
Yep.
Muradin, Greymane again, and I think that's going to be a really strong comp for them to have.
Yep, definitely agree with you there on that part. I think this map is gonna be dragged out to slightly longer. Maybe yeah, as you said, I'm not expecting a 12-14 minute game as we saw in the previous rounds. But that's my problem with Team Pro's lineup a little bit. Going towards the late game, I think I would favor FFKG a little bit more actually. I don't know. What do you
Yeah.
think?
Um. Okay. So they got 3 really good damage healer on a set of pros. They got
Hmm.
one, okay healer, and I think Rhaegar's a better healer right now
Hmm.
compared to Uther. Um, I think it's actually gonna be up to the question of can Muradin hold the front line? And the answer to the question is no,
Yep.
because there is a Johanna and a Thrall. Therefore, I am actually gonna say FFKG won this draft. And there's only one reason that comes to my mind why they pick Raynor over Li Ming or Kel'Thas, and that's because they want to have the right-click damage, which means that
Hmm.
this could actually really be a Bloodlust Rhaegar. So because there's not much of a burst on that side of pros. Like Greymane and Jaina, yep, they can jump in, but they're not going to be able to kill Thrall. He's going to have to sustain. He's going to be okay. Johanna is there. She's definitely very tanky. Felstack can bear a lot of trouble, and Mighty Gus for disengages. So I don't think that's the big of a trouble. I am trying to justify a Bloodlust here. Um, it's a very low chance of it's coming through, but if it does come through, this is going to be the game that I think, you know, that's the best game that we're going to see today.
I definitely have to agree with you there. So it's all going to come down to me to Prospectors, how much of a lead they can get in the early game. If Team FFKG can keep up with the momentum that Team Pros has, for example, not losing too bad on Soak, and just keeping in their quarters, throughout the entire game, I think FFKG is going to have the better late game if they are able to drag it out for that long. So with that said, Team Pros, they definitely need to go full aggressive early on, as you mentioned. They have the Li Ming, they have the Jaina, Muradin to pounce on early on, along with the Greymane as well. They need to get those early kills and they need to force those fights in order to get a huge level advantage. Otherwise, if they let Team FFKG get back into this, they're not going to have a very easy time at all, I have to say.
Yeah, they're not going to have an easy time. This is going to be tricky for them. In terms of winning lanes, I think Li Ming's definitely going to be able to win the lane very easily. She is going to siege up, and she's gonna act like Sergeant Hammer, boys. She's
Mhm.
just going to take down those front structures, and Jaina's going to be there. I think that it is definitely going to pros in the early game, but post level 10, we'll see what's going to be the plan here. In terms of rotation, also would favor pros a little bit better. All right, guys, we're going into the game right now. Ladies and gentlemen, game number 2 in the upper bracket finals between pros and FFKG on the red team. We actually have Prospector Hots Malaysia. Daily Fatman will be playing as the Greymane. FZFZ onto the Muradin. Fubbly Wobbly playing as the Li Ming. Exist will now be playing as the Uther Las Penales. MNGPK playing as the Jaina.
Yep, and over on the blue team, we see the MVP of most games, Om Nom Nom on the Johanna, Stearns 84 on Troll, Sephiria on Falstad, Doll Eater on Rhaegar, as well as Mofolicious on Raynor.
Right. So a lot of standard shoutouts that's going on right here, guys. Are we on TV? I guess we are. Game's just barely begun, and it seems like blue team's already avoiding confrontation here. Simply because there's a lot more stun on the side of pros. There they have the Muradin stumble. They also have the Uther. Greymane also does a lot of damage at level 1, so this is why they don't really want to pick a fight just yet. But here we go.
Yep, we do see the red team going in, trying to be aggressive, and the same story, different map as the previous one. All 5 heroes converging at the middle and then rotating towards the respective lanes here. The blue team know that they can't take an early fight here. They know that they're lacking in the damage, so they definitely do not want to engage with this. As Muradin actually misses his stun there onto Doll Eater. That could have been an easy kill for him, but unfortunately for them, they missed his stun. So
Yeah, but the problem there was that even if he did land a stun, Uther was not in position for a follow-up stun. So it's not going to be easy anyway. Now, rotation across the top, the mid and bottom lane, I really like that a lot coming up from pros. On the side here for FFKG, the name of their game is just to stay alive. Top lane though, Grey may a little bit of trouble. Stern's going head-to-head against Daily Fatman. But he does have Inner Beast activated already, so he's definitely going to be able to do a lot more damage. Here comes Feldstad, and it seems like Stearns is trying to out-sustain, but nope, Daily Fatman picks up the kill. Great trade there. Blue team's going to get the top shrine. Bottom shrine's going to go to the red team.
Yep, so Charles just overstaying a little bit too much. I think he was just trying to bait him out for longer. He thought that he could stay out longer. Unfortunately for him, he wasn't able to. And Mofolicious has to be really careful here. The rotation of the red team coming towards that bottom here as he was trying to pick up that shrine. He's unable to do so, of course, and he will be able to get away, unfortunately for him. While the blue team is still at the top, Mofo is still soaking at the bottom lane. Johanna still at the middle lane, so it's just still anyone's game right now. Not sure what's going on. Deadly Fatman though at the top lane, getting caught way out of position here. Walked into that bush and he gets taken down just like that. Easy kill for the blue team as they pull slightly ahead here.
Yeah, he's gonna have to play safe when people are missing from the battleground. That's the basic here. All right, FCFZ swings by, turns in a little bit of trouble, lands a thunderclap, but no stumble yet, and there goes the Ferro Spirit. FCFZ completely lost right there. Did not manage to lock down anyone at all. Could have been a very easy kill for the team. Bit of a mistake on his part. Now they're going to try and pick up the shrine on top, but just nicely we see Rainer's also switching their sides here in the bottom side of this battleground and picking up the shrine there. So they're both just switching shrines right there. And pulling back again. Mid lane, Daily Fatman against Om Nom Nom. It looks like it is going to be a pretty even fight here. And that's about it.
Yep, both sides doing a really good job in rotations. At the top lane though, blue team trying to go in to get that shrine. Doliator could be seeing some trouble. Will he be able to get away here? He will not, as Li Ming is able to finishing him off there. Troll has to be really careful not to show himself. He does not want to get killed off here as well. While Om Nom Nom at the middle lane is just going to continue to have his skirmish here with Deadly Fatman. But he has to be careful though. He could be in some trouble with Muradin coming in from the backside. He's going to get the stun off, and here comes the damage from the red team. They're tossed into body block. Good job body blocking, and Johanna will not be able to survive that as he gets taken down. Troll trying to take out the top shrine, but he's not going to be able to do so as well.
Yeah, definitely Pros had the rotation and the execution there just now. That was a really good stun coming out, very nicely timed. Exist going in for the stun, and you see Uther manning up against Rainer, but he's actually going to try and sustain here. Mid lane, Fubbly Wobbly is not in the best spot to pick up this Dragon Knight. Top lane, you just saw the top shrine going towards Stearns again. Daily Fatman has to try and kill someone to make it work. Exist, meanwhile, is just really buying the team a lot of time in the bottom shrine.
And it does look like the red team is actually going to go and pick up a few camps first, as both teams just doing a really good job protecting the shrines, not allowing either team to get the dragon. Saphira could be in some trouble here though. He's going to be able to barrel roll away, but will that be enough? He's getting pursued by the Muradin. Stun gun not going to connect, and Rhaegar will be there to keep him alive while they go for their own wave of camps here.
Yeah, very cheeky, or rather sneaky position to be in. A bottom area, we do have Mofolicious trying to cancel the shrine, but no, it looks like the Dragon Knight's going to go towards the red team first. Pros with Fubbly Wobbly piloting as the Dragon Knight. A little bit of trouble there. Great Blizzard connecting, but he already has got the Iron Skin back up, so that doesn't really matter at the end of the day. Top lane, Daily Fatman's here. Throws out a Gilnean cocktail, but not able to do more damage than that to Thrall. Also seeing Rhaegar going for the Bruiser camp. Fubbly Wobbly needs to be very careful here. He still has got 30 seconds remaining and is actually pacing himself very well to take out the towers in the mid area. Om Nom Nom should have popped the Iron Skin there, but no, that's a bit of a mistake on his part. That means that both towers in the mid lane is going to go down, and he's got 20 seconds to change lane or continue to push here. It looks like he's going to stay here.
Yep, looking like he wants to take down that gate at that middle lane as well. While the bottom lane is getting pressured by Jaina Muradin as well as that Uther. No, it does look like they're actually going to swap around here with 6 seconds left on the Dragon Knight. I think that's going to be it for it. We're able to take down the middle lanes, so that's not too bad. Not too bad on his part. It's only the first dragon. Troll could be in some trouble here. FZFZ going in with the stun and will connect, and the Blizzard to follow, and he will get taken down with an easy kill for Team Pros, as they will look to threaten the top lane towers as well.
Perfect rotation by the team once again. Fubbly Wobbly. That charge was intended to make sure that Thrall's actually being thrown out of position and does not have easy access back home, and it's really just FCFZ going into lockdown. Now, meanwhile, Deadly Fatman, sir, what are you doing? This is actually a big mistake on his part. He just lost that level lead to FFKG like that. Both of them are now level 10. It's going to be Earthquake, no Sundering, and also no follow-up. It's basically Hyperion Earthquake build coming in here.
Mm-hmm.
Mighty Gust is going to be used because it's very important to try and push the red team back. Meanwhile, on the side of red team, it's going to be Disintegrate, Go for the Throat, Avatar, Divine Chill, and Ring of Frost.
Yep, but sadly for you, you're not able to get your dream come true.
Yep, no Bloodlust. Nope, it's the dream for a reason.
Yep, the blue team now working their way towards the middle. They are going to be able to take down their the red team's towers with the Hyperion being used as well. Red team just getting away their camp. They're not going to even try and contest this for now, I guess. Just giving away those towers to them. Not too sure what's going to happen right now as the blue team does look like they're rotating towards the top. I think they want to just try and push down those gates and towers right now.
Yeah, they are. And red team, although they had the first Dragonite, because it's a very early Dragonite, it's not able to get any fort. Just one lane to front structures, and I think it's good enough. FCFZ swings by again, lands a stun, Daily Fatman goes in, but a great ancestral healing, and that nullifies everything else. Disintegrate being used, but it's only 20 seconds. I think that actually went in favor of the red team because of the cooldown issue. Stern's getting stunned, Ring of Frost goes down, but it does not connect. Stern's going to be able to pull back. Big mistake there. Placement of the Ring of Frost could have been a lot better. There we go, but they still at least have got most heroics up on the side of Pro still. And for FFKG, they don't have Mighty Gust, they don't have Ancestral, they don't have Hyperion. There's a lot of things that they don't have right now.
Yep, they're definitely not looking to take a fight with all their heroics on cooldown. Morpholish is going to be able to take the bottom tower though. Well, bottom shrine though, as the blue team now could be in some trouble. Disintegrate going to be used, and Stearns gets taken down to 50% HP. They're going to have to disengage out of this, and that could have been a lot worse for the blue team. Fortunately for them, they were able to get away.
Oh, very close. Stun Bolt should have connected there. FCFZ now going to be able to try and pull back. Bottom shrine actually nicely secured there by Rainer just now, and we are seeing Uther going in here to put up a contest again, but they just barely lost the top shrine. We still see that Falstaff fly by. Safiria going in for the kill. Exist is actually going to be okay for now. Maybe Foster pop the Divine Chill. No, he's going to be okay. Top though, we're seeing the stun on Thrall once again. MNGPK going in, but here comes the Greymane. Some extra damage on Doll Eater, but still no kill. Go for the throw. Could be used here. Gonna be very careful, but he disengages. He pulls back out. Will be fine. Does not use the heroic again.
Yep, that's a play that Deadly Fat Man did very well. He could have gone greedy and gone for the kill, but he realized, you know, it's not worth it. It's not worth my life. I'm just going to disengage out of this. And bottom lane with the Hyperion, Reina is going to be able to push down the first set of forts, I think, believed to go down in favor of the blue team, of course. So, well played by both teams so far.
Yeah, what's lacking in this game is Li-Ming not really applying pressure on the lane, and she's doing the rotations which she should not. It should be just Jaina, Uther, and Muradin. Li-Ming should be handling the bottom area, and that would have at least defended the bottom fort and at least apply a lot more pressure on the frontline structures there in the bottom lane. So that's the thing that's been lacking in this entire game coming up from pros, though. FFKG with the level lead, and they're looking very convincing.
Yep, with a slight level lead right now. They're ahead on talents. They might want to try and maybe even push a fight here as we've reached about the 10-minute mark. Morpholicious, though, he could be in some trouble here. In fact, he's not going to survive this. He's just trying to keep it alive as long as he can. And they will, in fact, be able to get the dragon at the middle lane. Was that worth it?
Yeah, it's worth it. 100% worth it. One kill for Dragonite. It depends on if Omnom wants to throw this Dragonite away. But we'll see. FCFZ getting charged back. All the way back will be okay. Now, MNGPK a little bit of trouble there, but Omnom needs to be very careful. So he's got 45 seconds in his Dragonite. Don't want to waste it like that. Top lane looks like they are not getting the entire team back up here for a push. And we're looking at Thrall pulling back, Gilnean Cocktail connecting only on Safiria. And Earthquake being used, I like that a lot, but is it enough? I think it is.
Yep, Safiria and Troll will be able to get away just in time. Earthquake used in the nick of time to save his teammate, and they're still slowed here. The red team could be in some trouble. The blue team going in. Safiria taking lots of damage though from the Li-Ming burst. Here we see Troll in some trouble. Hyperion is going to be used as well. Nice gust to disengage here though, and that's going to be it. Just one kill for the red team, as that could have been a lot worse. Nice mighty gust used there, while the Dragonite is pushing down this middle lane.
Good try on the ancestral healing, just I think a microsecond too slow. Here we have Iron Skin already immediately used, maybe a second too early, but FCFZ does not connect the stun anyway, and they're all going to pull back. So that was just a big distraction for the Dragonite to push the mid lane, and it did not even result in the fort. Should have gotten the fort there. But still, it is going to be FFKG's game to lose. They're already ahead. And you can see that Pros is now going in, invading the spaces, trying to pick up the Sea Giants. He will be able to do so successfully. And not like it's going to do a lot, but that's going to buy some time. They're also going to be able to get some space unlocked for the bottom camp if they really want to do that.
Yeah, so ahead they are FFKG and it's their game to lose. But Team Pros is definitely not too far behind. They're just a margin of a level behind while we see Troll at the top lane. Again, skirmishing with this Deadly Fat Man as Deadly Fat Man goes in, trying to just, poke him away. Bottom lane though, they are gonna go for that camp. They have to be careful here. Morpholicious. Ooh, could have been trouble there.
A nice Mighty Gust though. Ice block on Jaina. Is it going to be enough? I don't think so. Exist still holding on quite strong. I mean, GPK dropping already. Fubbly Wobbly dropping very, very low. Not enough burst damage. And we still see the Avatar already being used here by the Muradin. But it looks like Pros is going to slowly lose this fight here. And that's because of the Mighty Gust and the amount of spells that were being used there. Really, really good cornering there by Team FFKG. Now we also see Muradin running off to a really weird position. That's not his base. He's looking for a Dove Toss. It's on cooldown. He does the cutest Dove Toss I've seen all my life and dies like that. Meanwhile, Greyman was not part of the team. And we still have 4 men down on the side of Pros already. FFKG with the bottom lane push. They're looking very strong right here. Could be 2-0.
Yep, another 4-man team wipe for Team FFKG. Again, proved so strong. Sephiria's Mighty Gusts have been on point so far this game. Doing a really good one there. And then with the follow-up from his teammates, they just were able to get a 4-man team one. As you mentioned, man, the Dwarf Toss. So cute.
Yeah, that was just really... I have no idea what he was trying to say. Maybe telling his enemy that I actually got Dwarf Toss, but I want to die. Maybe that's the reason why. But anyway, here we got ourselves here a Sun Shrine going towards the... blue team, and it's very much an instant DK for Nom Nom. This is the benefit that you get when you unlock the lanes. When you take down the forts, the lanes get pushed out in your enemy's direction a little bit better, which means that they are actually discouraged to take away the shrine again because they will get dismounted by the minions pushing down that lane itself. That's why it's a lot more important to secure either the top or bottom lane. And here you can see Nom Nom already knocking on the front structures of the second tier towers here. It's definitely going down. Nom Nom is definitely not able to go for the keep though. Not yet at least. Here we go. A lot of burst damage going out. Turn to an Ancestral onto Thrall will be okay. We are also going to see them just dancing around a little bit. Top lane though, Jaina successful defense, and it looks like the Bruiser Camp's going to do the rest. Nom Nom dropping a lot of HP. Still has got about 30 seconds left in his Dragonite. Looks like he's going to waste a few seconds that's left here. Gotta be very careful. That's gonna respawn to Johanna. Blessed Shield, and it's a re-engage. Gonna be very careful. The Condemn does connect onto the Muradin. Blessed Shield still not used yet. Penetrating up from Morpholicious, not really doing much. Throw coming from behind, and there we go. The Earthquake gonna connect as well, and the Mighty Gust gonna come out, but there goes the Ring of Frost. Not really doing much. Daily Fatman still alive somehow, doing a lot of burst damage against Thrall. Nom Nom is definitely dropping a lot of HP. Arcane Up connects beautifully. Fubbly Wobbly now. This is where he's gonna be able to do a lot more magic, but he does not have the mana. The Arcane Up does not connect, and the Pharaoh Spirit does, but the kills goes in. Divine Chill being used. That's just the bait. Rhaegar goes down. Thrall goes down. 4 men down on the side of FFKG Pros there, sacrificing one Muradin. Great plays by that team.
Yeah, blue team just getting a bit too cocky there. And again, I think I have to say, after commending him on his Mighty Gust, I think that was a bit of a weirdly placed Mighty Gust there. Yeah. His team were going straight in for the red team, and then he pushed them all away. Kind of put them in a really weird position there, I guess. So questionable plays there again by the foul stuff for the Mighty Gust. I think he wanted maybe miscommunication. So he wanted them to disengage because he thought that they would have lost the clash, but they actually just continued going in, and then it led to a 4-man team kill for red team.
Yeah, it could also be because he's trying to push away the back line, and then they can focus on the front line. But it's a little bit bad because Thrall was already on his flank, on his side, and Reina is nowhere near anyone to kill anything. So it ended up wasting the efforts of the Earthquake and the Blessed Shield, but that's fine. Now we have level 18 both sides. Pro still in the run for this game. This is the beauty of Dragonshire. It's not easy to end this game actually on Dragonshire. So Shrine's going to spawn in about 15 seconds. Seems like Red Team's going to try and force a fort here. Should be able to get pretty easily.
Yep, blue team are slightly ahead now, but I think that's going to all change once the Team Pros gets on this fort, and in fact, it does. So both teams at level 19. I think this is the first game today we're going to see Storm Talons, man.
Yep, it's actually going to be level 20 soon. And Exist top lane will be able to pick up the Sun Shrine. Moon Shrine going towards the blue team. FFKG got this one pretty well. Thrall going to be very careful though. He looks pretty much far from help. And MNGPK going in, a Blizzard not even used. FZFZ looking for the stumble. It does connect, thrown in a lot of trouble, and the burst will go through. Easy kills there. Feldstad with the flight a little bit too slow. Got to be very careful about times like this where the enemy is completely not appearing on all 3 lanes.
Hmm. And we seem to be getting it wrong. So team FFKG, we expected them to win the late game, and for team pros to lose in the early to win the early game. But instead, this time around, it's going the other way. Team FFKG had a foothold in the early game. They were able to control it, but now Team Pros are coming back. They're coming back in this 16-minute mark, and they're getting control of the game.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
It is. It's very, very much due to the credits of Leeming. Look at the build. That's the valid, correct build, guys. You play Arcane Up. You don't play Magic Missiles. Also, like to say that that's a very nice talent build on level 13 there. The Illusionist. This is something that's not picked up without Diamond Skin, but it's not going to be a Calamity as well, so it's just a full-on Arcane Up. What this means is that it travels 25% further, and the further it travels, it does a lot more damage. So, in a nutshell, this is going to be a very painful Leeming. Fubbly Wobbly's damage is currently at about 32k, so he's not really living up to expectations anyway. But that's not his fault. That's because Dragonshire doesn't really have spaces for team fights. So it's still kind of okay for him to do 30 plus k 17 minutes in Dragonshire. And only Dragonshire. Rest of the maps you should be expecting about 50 to 60k already. Dragon Knight here not doing much. And Red Team clearly does not have the space to go in. Does not have the visas approved as well. Maybe gonna want to relook that one up the embassy.
Yep, now the red team now instead rotating towards the bottom. Deadly Fatman has to be really careful, dropping to about 37% HP with about 10 seconds left on his Dragon Knight. Yeah, he doesn't want to overextend here, but the blue team, Johanna, Om coming in from the side, trying to maybe pick off FZFZ. That's not going to happen, of course. Deadly Fatman, he is going to lose his Dragon Knight, and will this be the cue for the blue team to go in? It does look like they want to, though, but it looks like the red team is going to disengage away, and I think that's going to be it. Red team able to take down 2 sets of towers. Not really threaten the blue team that much here.
Yep, that would have dealt a lot more damage if he used Inner Beast there, because he's already got that talent here at level 16 to do 80% more damage. Meanwhile, level 20 on both sides, Storm Talon looks to be very standard and boring. Bolt of the Storm up on both Thrall as well as Raynor, and we got Storm Shield up on Rhaegar, Nexus Frenzy. That's actually fun. Nexus Frenzy on the Felstad, and we got Indestructible on Johanna on his side here for pros. It's going to be Temporal Flux, as well as, okay, that's Human's Blunderbuss, which is pretty okay. And you also have got the Hardened Shield of Muradin, Redemption on Uther, last but not least, Blood Storm on Junior. So very standard stuff on both sides.
Yep, I have to agree. They're quite standard pickups from the Storm Talons there. As the blue team and the red team, on both sides, just not wanting to make any mistakes right now. We do see a few camps being pushed out of the top lane that leads to the blue team rotating there. Red team will be able to pick up a camp at the bottom as well. Right now, I think the red team is definitely in the commanding position right now. The blue team are playing a bit scared. I can see that. While the red team is, pushing forward, and now they're going to try and threaten the keep at this bottom lane as well. But the blue team will definitely not go down with a fight.
I'd like to say at this point that he must be regretting that he did not go for the Bloodlust. And this is why. I mean, guys, let's be honest. Ancestral is the better option to pick here. But Bloodlust, I'm saying it's one of those options. You know that there are certain choices in life which are the right choices, but there are those choices that you just make anyway because you want to make those choices. So I want to see the Bloodlust, and here it's not happening. But I'd like to point out that Nexus Frenzy, Bloodlust, Raynor would have been a really good pick. Raynor's talent option looks to be a little bit weird to me. Let's see what it is. It's the Bullseye double-barreled. So he doesn't have Giant Killer, which is why he's struggling against the likes of Muradin. But he does have 2 rounds of stuns there, so I hope that works. And all of a sudden, you see that burst against Doll Eater, and Ancestral will connect. He got all the space from Zephyria, and that's going to be a lot of range damage already being used on the side here for pros, and they're already dropping back. Raynor does goal in front with the Bolt of the Storm, picks up the Muradin. Zephyria dropping very low as well, does go down at the end. Stearns giving chase against Daily Fatman. And we'll be able to go in with a very nice Pharaoh Spirit. A nice run away, but Razor swipes. Thrall can run, and he does have Chain Lightning, so you're still going to die at the end. Exist now dropping a lot of HP, but Foolish is giving a chase. Exist trying to ensure that he goes in with the Divine Chill. They want to get the Dragon Knight, but no, Thrall's already here. Exist probably going to drop as well, and the Dragon Knight will get denied. Oh my god, what a play. Rhaegar also dropping 3 for 2 exchange. Omnom now dropping a lot more HP here. Red team, they are just baiting right now for the blue team. Omnom is joined by Raynor. Raynor dropping a lot of HP because of the Arcane Up. That's the full damage, the maximum range, I think. Omnom dropping even more HP. Boom, baby. That hurts. Fobbly Wobbly, yet another arcane up. Wow. This guy is not getting a break. Meanwhile, Jaina dropping on top here, and Mofolicious already with the kill. Great positioning on the Hyperion. That's going to do some damage on the structures on top. They just need to go for the Dragon Knight now. 3 versus 2. Wow.
Yeah, but 3-for-3 trade there. I think it was pretty even now. Even though the blue team had a really good start, they were able to bait them in, and with all the damage used up on the Rhaegar, and then he gets ancestral healing back right up. That just negated everything, and then the Gust came in at the right time. They got a really good early position lead, but because of the Dragonshire looming, they had to go back to that middle lane to stop them from getting it, and that led to the team being split up, and the trades coming in. So it was 3-for-2, but it worked out well. Nom now does get the Dragon Knight with Jaina still on a 20-second death timer. This could be the blue team's entry into the base.
Yep, and this Dragon Knight is actually going to be able to guarantee the keep kill here. Depends really on how Nom gets it, and he's also going in. The Arcane up coming out in the back line. Not really, they can't do anything against this Dragon Knight. It's definitely going to be a keep kill here. FCFZ dropping a lot more HP, going to be very careful. Dove Toss backs out, will be okay. Dragon Knight now looking for a second lane to terrorize, and should be able to do that. I would definitely suggest the bottom lane, and they're also going down there. Already Saphira with the Hammerang being thrown out. Pros, man, they're just doing a lot of work here, trying to buy themselves some time. 40 seconds remaining. Mighty Gust being used, but no, already down to just about 40% HP. And you really want to kill this Dragon Knight because he's doing so much work. The towers are gone. If the gate goes down, there we have it. It's going to be a free access already. Still dropping a lot more HP, 20%. Hyperion's back up. He's going to tank up some damage. FCFZ is going to be in position as well, but takes up far too much damage from the back line, specifically just the Hyperion. And the penetrating round not connecting on the side of Leeming. Leeming's going to be fine. FCFZ goes in, pops the Avatar, wants to pick up the kill on the Rainer, but Stomo connects on the sideline as well. Earthquake goes in, and it does not do anything, but also goes in. It's a Ring of Frost. There goes the Divine Chill, only on the back line, and that would just be the Greymane. Greymane jumping on more damage onto Omnom still alive. He still has got Indestructible, and it pops. Fobbly Wobbly's going to be okay. FCFZ zoning out the enemy in the front line. Fobbly dropping very low, but still has got some mana left. Wants to land the Arcane up. Omnom should be dying there. Will go down. Arcane up connects onto Thrall. Thrall dropping more HP, Blizzard connecting, and seems like Thrall's left for dead, and he is definitely going down. Deadly Famine still giving chase. Saphira flying all the way to Beijing, and will be on first flight back home. So we are also taking a look at everyone else doing a great push. We're preparing a replay for that fight. What happened there, Arctic?
Wow, man, the red team, they just held their ground for so long. I think Omnom went a bit too far in front. He was procced out. The red team just went in at the right time. Avatar was used by Muradin. He went in at the right time, went for the right places. Leeming, man, his positioning was good. His Arcane Orbs were doing so much damage, so much burst onto the blue team that they just couldn't deal with it. Earthquake was really well placed, though. I have to give props to them, but, just the blue team just couldn't hold out. The red team just had too much damage and sustainability there.
Okay, so we have a fight again here. Deadly Famine going in, Mofolicious, dropping a lot of HP. Nice go for the throw. That's a very easy kill. Dolly the pulls back once again, and it looks like Deadly Famine is dropping down to about a quarter of a HP here. FCFZ pulling back once again. Fobbly Wobbly just firing the laser beam, and the cleanse onto Muradin. He's going to be okay. Saphira with the Hammerang, but it does not connect. And it seems like Pros is back into the business here, man. Pretty good push. The keep at the bottom did go down. We have the replay ready, and we're going to bring that out. Oh, actually, no. They went back on. Okay, no, we don't have the replay, guys. We're going to try and get that back up of the last fight.
Yeah, so as they do that replay, we do see the red team getting some of the camps here. And again, as you mentioned, they're getting themselves back into this game. They managed to take out the bottom keeps, though theirs is also really, really low. So yeah.
All right, let's go to the replay. So what happened was that the producers were worried that it's going to be a big fight again. And look at this one here. Great healing once again. The Ancestral going down. The Divine Shield connecting on the side there. The Arcane up did not connect. Great sidestep. Omnom was, for the longest time, very low. But if you look at Fobbly Wobbly's HP, he's getting a lot of sustain here from Uther, and that is the main reason why they're all still being able to pursue this right here. Stearns is already down in terms of Ancestral. It does not have it. And he went on, continued to chase after Thrall. Very nice execution there by Pros.
Yep, there just wasn't enough damage on Leeming to take him down. If Leeming had fell there in that fight, then it would have been a total different story there for sure.
Agree. And FFKG with the Sun Shrine, and we also got Pros with the Moon Shrine, the one at the bottom side. They're also going for Mercenary Camp on the side of Pros. I like that a lot. So here we go, 26 minutes into this game. And it does seem like one more good fight, and it could go either way. Very important key things to note is that the Ring of Frost has been very much on point. However, it's only been used to just force out the Ancestral. So that's kind of tricky.
Yeah, that is going to be tricky, as we do see the red team now pressuring at the bottom, though. They will be able to get the middle keeps here, I think, uncontested, with the blue team not anywhere close by to defend, and they will be able to pick up the quick keep and get out this red team. You know, really well played there, as they were able to notice that the blue team was not around to defend that. There's just going to be a free keep at the middle lane. As we saw in the previous game, man, those catapults are really, really important. You know, you can draw out a fight, and all those catapults can come in and just wipe out your core, so you have to be really careful now. You have to pay attention closely to those catapults as well.
Okay, I like to say that's the smartest strategy I've seen on Dragonshire. FCFZ is definitely going to be able to pick this one up. Nope. And okay, the main reason why they did that bottom push was because they wanted to force the blue team to pot back, and they wanted to try and create space to go for the Dragonite, but unfortunately, they were just not in range for that. FCFZ, oh, getting spotted out of here by Stearns. Thrall coming from behind. If he has the Sundering, would it be so perfect? Looking for the Earthquake now. Ancestral does connect. It's going to be okay. A little bit too early, but it's still going to work at the end. A Ring of Frost does not do anything. Meanwhile, Leeming already very low. With the Divine Shield being used, Exist is going to take the fall first. He still has good redemption. He should be able to come back. But Daily Fat Man, we go for the throat on the back there. We'll pick off Feldstad. Meanwhile, it does seem like FFKG is doing a lot more work. Fobbly Wobbly dropping very, very low. Dolly is still giving chase. And in the back line, it is going to be Greymane that's going to drop it. MNGPK not swapping its sights. Will go down to Morpholicious. Rainer picks up the kill there. FCFZ still looking for the stun, does not get it. Uther goes back down for a second time, able to heal back up a lot more people, but Fobbly Wobbly not able to do enough damage there. Morpholicious still giving chase. He lands the Temporal Flux charged up. Disintegrate, that's going to do a lot of work, and the Arcane Up still going to go down, but Uther's Ghost is already gone now. FCFZ is dropping solo. Muradin does not have Dwarf Toss. Dolly that wants to go in and picks a chunk of HP and meat off the Muradin, but he just is too fat. That's bad news.
Props to Fobbly Wobbly, man. He survived for the longest time. Of course, thanks to Uther as well. Uther was keeping him alive as the longest time as he could. But his positioning, you know, just running away from the team fights and the rest of the team peeling him the heroes off of him. Him surviving there was the key to them not losing that clash entirely. So props to Fobbly Wobbly, man. The way he positioned himself there was just fantastic.
Yeah, if he had Sundering, that fight would have been so much more decisive. But here we have Saphiria. Trying to channel the Dragonite. No, it gets cancelled. Very nicely done by Leeming there. Great job, Fobbly Wobbly. And all of a sudden, Pros is still back in this game. Everyone on that site just respawned. But it seems like this is going to be a fight real soon. This time around, all the heroics is also off cooldown. So this is going to be a fun moment for both teams to have. But definitely, FFKG has the advantage here because they have the Sunshrine. If they do get a Moonshrine as well, they may actually be able to get a Dragonite. Turns up. No, Disintegrate does not connect. Could have been a perfect cancellation there. This could be game. Dragonite at this late in this game, 39 minutes. You can just right-click the core and AFK. You still win. FCFZ, sorry, giving a good stun against Rainer. He pops Hyperion. That's a great play there by the red team. That means that there's no Hyperion to help push down the core. But is it going to be enough? Stearns leading a fray coming in. FCFZ going for the stun against the Reina. Essential does not connect. And then it seems like the blow-up is still going to go through. That's Reina already gone. But the Dragonite, like I said, just right-click the core and it's going to be game. That's a very nice Mighty Gust, but it's on the wrong team. And it looks like the Ancestral will not connect as well. Dragonite wins games in 30 minutes. What an anticlimactic finish. But FFKG it is. They win this series. They go on to the Grand Finals. The lower bracket will welcome Pros.
Yep, really well played by Team FFKG, knowing exactly what the objective was there. They went for the Dragon Knight, got the Dragon Knight. Unfortunately for Leeming, Disintegrate wasn't able to connect in the nick of time, and that led to them getting the Dragon Knight. As you mentioned, man, you saw there, that Dragon Knight 30 minutes in is just too strong. You can't stop him. Easy takedown, and FFKG will be the first team to qualify for the regional finals.
Yep, they are already through. We got a replay. We're going to bring that out, instant replay style. And, okay, so this is where it's a bit too late, but the Disintegrate did not cancel the Dragonite. And here, this is a great play here by the red team. Pros, they did their best, but Stearns is just right-clicking the core, and there's nothing the red team could do. They do not have Joanna, so they cannot blind. I don't think you can really blind Dragonite anyway. They killed 2 to 3 members there at the end of the day, but Nom 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 as well as Stearns, they did all the work there is left to do and picked off the core. Very decisive game for the first one. The second one, though, very close, and I would say that it's a lot more exciting than I expected. So, man, Arctic Shadow, this is only going to mean that the grand finals is going to be so much better.
Yeah, a very strong showing from FFKG, and this makes me even more sadder if they can't make the regional finals. You know, as you can see from the way they took down Team NTL and Team Pros here, these three teams were the top tier teams for Malaysia, and you know, Team Pros were the number one. Well, maybe now were the number one team in Malaysia with FFKG beating them out. But of course, the game is not. I mean, the tournament isn't over just yet. But Team FFKG is just really, really strong, and all their training coming into play right now. They're on a roll, man. And with that, they're guaranteed second place right now and a slot in the regional finals, which I really do hope that they can make it.
Yep, definitely. Hopefully they can make that. Right now, though, we are actually going for a very short break, and we'll be bringing you the lower bracket finals. I think it's a best of one to decide who gets a redemption chance up against FFKG again. FFKG is already in the upper bracket. Guys, the tournament's not over. We just barely begun. We're now going in for a short break, so do sit tight, stay tuned. Hope you enjoyed this cast and coverage by Arctic Shadow and myself, Babel. We'll be back shortly, so see you guys soon.
The Immortal yet again.
Sanctification being popped here, and here comes the stage dive from Hasio. Already with the power slide going to lockdown against Greymane. Greymane dropping a lot of HP here. Is quite far away from MNGPK. The support Uther there. Needs to be very careful. Hasio still giving chase against Wobbly Wobbly. FZ looking for the overpower, but does not find it. Zagara goes down, and no mosh pit on this part. So he went in for the perfect position, but it does not have a follow-up. Now Diablo dropping already 3 men down on the side of Pros, and NTL still giving chase. Falstad going down as well.